Hello friends and welcome to my channel. So today I bring you a very summery look, very natural, breezy, or not. My color palette with the Pan Those Eyeshadows has been so fall-like that I think I don't even want to go into fall. I have finished it. But I have great news this update, so let's just look at that. So let's start with the eyeshadows that I hit pan on. Firstly, it is the Kathleen Light shadow. I'm not surprised because if I just would have focused on it early in the year, I would have hit pan so much earlier. But this is where we are now. And I will show you, but I'm going to show you where it was last time, but this is what it looks like now. So as you can see, there is loads of pan. You can really see the pan, and this is something I'm happy to call a pan, because you could just dig your finger down in these Colourpop shadows and call it a pan. I don't want to do that because then I still have so much left. But I'm really happy that this is finally done, because I've had this in my Finish 19 in 2019 project since the beginning of the year. So finally, it was actually a sneak peek for that update, but finally I can put the shade to the side and not have to think about it anymore. So the next shade I hit pan on is from the Colourpop Yes Please palette. I finally hit pan on a shade there, and it is the shade Louie. So this here is the shade. And as you can see, last month I had a really good dip, but I finally hit pan. And more good news, actually a shade I hit pan on today when I was doing this eye look. I wanted to hit pan so bad, and it was really close that I didn't hit pan, but I decided, okay, I'm just going to do a bit more drama than I was originally going for, but I had pan, so it was so worth it. And that is the shade. And that is the shade Bling. So it is the other shimmer I had in this palette. So as you can see, there is the pan. And I didn't have as big of a dip in that one last time as Louie did, but I got to the bottom. I used a pretty small brush in the end and kind of dug my way to the bottom, but this is a shade that is not season appropriate for me right now, and I wanted to focus on other shadows. But those are the shadows I hit pan on, actually 3, so I'm really happy about that. But I have another shade here called GNO, and I have a dip in it. I really hope it's this orange one. I really hope I can actually hit pan on it the following month, or the month that's starting right now, and have pan for the next update. I will show you a close-up both before and after, or well, last update and then now. But I want to hit pan on it. I'm not sure because I feel like I'm kind of far down, but still I can't really tell. And this shade is really orange. I have it on today, but I have another shade in this project on top, so maybe you can't see it, but I want to hit pan on this one. I kind of want to put this palette aside just for a little bit because I'm getting kind of tired of opening it up and using it. But actually after the two pans came to be, it makes me a bit more motivated. So we are going to keep on working on that shade. And the last shade in this project is a shade from Coastal Scents in Magenta Pink. I'm not sure, yeah, you can see that there is a bit of a dip in it. Actually a lot more than I thought, but this is the shade I have over GNO from the Yes Please palette. Yeah, I didn't think I could actually create a dip because this is, like, I don't wear purple eyeshadow that often. I own a few, but I don't really wear them. But I actually do like it. You have to build it up quite a bit and it can be patchy, but it is a beautiful shade. So I'm just going to keep on working on it and we will hit pan at some point. I don't think before next time, but at some point in the future. And before I move on to the new shades I am going to randomly generate, I have one bonus pan. So I have here, I'm sorry if I blinded you, but this is from my Clinique. It's really, really dirty and really, really reflective. But I have only this one shade left and I had pan in it. If you follow my Finish 19 in 2019 and Panda palettes, you will know that this has been a struggle. And I have it on the outer we don't know if you can see it, but I'm so happy to have finally hit pan on it. It was my goal to hit pan on it in that project, so another sneak peek, but you will see it next week. So really, really excited for that because like 4 pans in a month is amazing and something I thought I could never do. But let's now pick new eyeshadows. Actually, before I do that, I want to show you the pan percentage from the intro until now, because I think I forgot to tell you some updates, so let's just put it all over there. But in the intro I had 116 eyeshadows, I had pan on 5, and that made 4.39% pan. I bought a 30 pan palette before the next update, but I actually hit pan on quite a few shadows. So in update 1 I had 146 eyeshadows, but I had pan on 11 of them. That leaves us with 7.53%. And then I haven't bought any eyeshadows since, so my pan percentage is in update 2 also 146, but I hit pan on 2 eyeshadows, so I have 13 in total that have pan, and that leaves us with 8.90% pan. And then now I still haven't bought more eyeshadows, so still 146 total eyeshadow. And I have pan in 17, so I have 11.64. 11.64. I've doubled, almost tripled what I had in the beginning. So this project is really making me use my collection and actually like not just using this and like using some products like every day and then repurchasing, but I am using my whole collection, trying to buy not that much. Like I'm not on a no buy, but I really don't buy makeup in Iceland, so it's not really a problem. But really just seeing that I am actually using my makeup makes me so happy. But let's generate 3 new shadows. Okay, So as always, I have random.org and the minimum is 1, maximum is 146, and I am going to generate. So the shade I got is 76, so I'm gonna see what shade that is. Okay, so shade number 76 is from the Dream Street palette from Colourpop. If you want to see a palette bingo using this palette, I am going to link it. I think it's up there. And it was interesting. So I would recommend checking that out. But the shade I got is Sweet Dreams, and that is this shade right over here. As you can see, I have used it, but really not a lot. I have swatched it and I think used it once or twice, but if I remember, it looks really, really nice. So this is the first shade I am adding in. I should swatch all of these, so hang on a minute. Okay, so these are the shades. This is GNO from the Yes Please palette. This is Magenta Pink from Coastal Scents, and this is the shade I just picked now, Sweet Dreams from the Dream Street palette. So it's really, really nice. I should be able to use it with pretty much everything, so really, really happy about that. So the next shade is 125. So let's see what that is. I am actually so excited. I got the Naturalist palette from Too Faced. This is my newest palette. This is my only high-end palette. I haven't gotten to play a lot with it because of like things I'm panning and this project, but I got the shade Oops a Daisy, and that is this shade here. So it looks like a gold shimmer. This is what it looks like right here. Trying not to drop it. As you can see, it has not been used. I only have swatched it. Like most of these shades, I've only swatched them. So it's going to take a while, I think, and people often say that Too Faced shadows are quite hardly pressed. Mostly they're like matte shadows. This one doesn't feel that hardly pressed, but maybe it will take forever. I don't know. But giving you a swatch, this is it here on the top. This is really, really pretty. I'm really happy with these two that I have generated. So happy. So let's generate the last one. So for the last time, this time around, it is 28. So number 28. Number 28 is Octoberfest from Coastal Scents. I know exactly what that shade is. I used to love it at the time, but I'll show you. So this right here is Octoberfest. Yeah. Another really warm brown orange. Like I'm going to swatch it side by side with GNO. It's not the same. Like it's much browner, if you could even say that. And when I swatch it side by side, it really doesn't look like it's that much alike. Actually on camera it looks more alike than in real life. But yeah, so I was really hoping that we were out of that. Apparently not, but I'm really happy with the rest of the shades, and this color palette is actually quite a bit different, and that makes me so happy. So this, yeah, this is the color palette, and I really hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Nice. And if you want to see more, then please subscribe, and I really hope you have an amazing day. I'm going to go out into the sun because the weather is great. So I hope you enjoy this, and I will see you next time. Bless, bless!